bomb site, but as that clock dwindled down, we talked about this, that utility management. There were no smokes, no Molotovs left over at the B bomb site. Only Bolts had one a day, and he was the one that stuck around at the A bomb site.
And now this is interesting. Fnatic elect to run the double AWP, so they aren't going up to an AK. Double AWP, okay, it's not something we see very often on Inferno. So we'll see how it pans out. But it is going to be a pistol round here for Luminosity. They're just looking to save some money to get up to the rifles again as quickly as possible. We do have an aggressive push coming out right now into the T apartments. Cold, he's on the hunt right now, and Olaf is on his own. This could be a great moment here for Cold to do some damage and pick up an up. Olaf spots it, and he jumps out of harm's way. Olaf, is he actually going to be able to stay alive in this? Yes, he will. Somehow, Cold can't clinch that kill.
It's like a sixth sense for Olaf. You see him just barely turn and glance in that direction as if he feels it coming. So nicely done from Olaf, being very aware of the situation he's in. And more pressure being put on this B site. Pronax and Crims just grabbing the angle, waiting for any kind of a peek. But still, Fnatic, these terrorist rounds, especially on the anti-ecos, they're not being too aggressive. They're making sure they know where everyone is before they commit somewhere. And now they're going to walk up mid, and that's where Bolts got sucked in aggressive. He gets one kill, but traded off immediately.
There's still a man alive, though. Fair is up. Is he up in apartments? It seems like it. He might be trying to play for some kind of default plant out of Fnatic. We'll see if Fnatic make that mistake, or if they're going to try and plant for an angle that they've already got control of. Flush up. He's going to spot the man, and there it is. Game is up. Fair backs off. And now it comes down to P250, CZ, and a USP. No kid, obviously, here for Luminosity. So again, they're just going to be seeing if they can't do any additional damage here. Flusha runs out of bullets, and Crims is there to cover his back. Steal, no joy. And it's going to be down to Fair now, just seeing what he can do.
Pronax has been guarding this AWP in middle for the entire round since JW went down. And the beauty of that situation, you question it, they're going to run the double up. Not the greatest idea on Inferno, which is very difficult for terror side hoppers to have some success. So Olaf's more than likely just going to drop that one over. They're not going to salvage that second op, but another win for Fnatic going forward.
And 5 rounds now. 5 rounds on T side of Inferno, knowing how... Oh, pardon me, 6, that's right. A little bit of the delay there as it ticks over sometimes. Yep. But 6 rounds on Fnatic's T side. Their CT side is excellent. I mean, this is definitely shaping up for, you know, another Fnatic win versus Luminosity. Luminosity are going to start feeling the pressure.
Oh yeah, they feel it already. This is such a difficult thing to come back from. They're forced onto a double save as well. I mean, they've got to save one more round. They don't even have anything they can buy in this round. Not even close to what they need to stop Fnatic right now. So this is turning into a very good half, very early on, 9 rounds in. This is the 9th round, and more than likely, oh, the Cold starts it off really well with that CZ.
He takes out JW, but he isn't able to actually pick up anything off of that. Decides to back off and play it safe, so no gun to work with, but still some damage dealt to Fnatic, keeping him honest.
Yeah, 4 members stacked over towards the A site for Luminosity, so gambling a little bit. Well, once again, Fnatic has 3 members in Banana. The bomb still in middle, just watching for anything. Hasn't committed to either side of the map. So they can really just fall back and do whatever they want. A minute to play with, but they're just going to commit over here towards B, so a good read from Fnatic.
As far as this is concerned, I mean, this is what Fnatic are known for as well, just being so very patient. They're just waiting for these rotations to come through, smokes go down. They have to realize perhaps, I mean, they're going to be checking all of these angles, and they will eventually get into the back of this site to make sure they check dark corner, and there it is. And what was that flush? A misclick? He pulled out a Molotov before Fallen took his face off. So that's a little awkward, but still, man advantage for Luminosity. Still only with pistols, though. And again, they're just looking to make this as expensive as possible for Fnatic. Bolts gets dropped, and there it is, the clear. Crims taking out Steel. Crims with the double kill. Olafmeister takes out Cold. That's Banana open, so now Fnatic have a safe way off of this site. They don't even have to take the fight with Bolts unless they want to. Seems like Pronax has been pinned down, but Olaf, he's actually hunting. They want to see if they can find this kill, it seems. I don't know if you really necessarily need the extra $300, but okay. They get it in the end, and that puts Fnatic well in the lead. They just continue to extend it.
Yeah, complete control of this map so far. Fallen will be able to get that AWP once again if he chooses to, but it hasn't been that effective, so he switches over to the M4.
I didn't know we were playing matchmaking.
Oh, 2-7 now. Luminosity, they've got to come up with something. This might be a situation, if we see Fnatic win one more, it wouldn't surprise me if Luminosity calls a pause. They're a team over in the North American leagues who, they're not afraid to use that pause in the first half if they've run into something that they can't figure out. So, you know, if this round goes the way of Fnatic, they're going to have to take some time and talk things over, because this cannot spread out that much more before they might just break.
Yeah, it's really getting to that point. They're just gymnasts at this point, man, if they're still in one piece. Because this is starting to get really nasty. Again, resmoke at the bottom of Banana, though. So Luminosity just wants to deny Bananas for as long as possible. At least they are challenging, and they have been successful so far in their aggressive challenges in Banana. When they do manage to get safe, or Fallen, rather, down to the bottom of it, we've seen good results. But Fnatic aren't taking the bait. They aren't trying to push through this time. There aren't going to be any free kills here for Fallen.
In fact, they've already pushed up aggressively over towards the A bomb site. JW's already at the ends of halls. He's peeking out towards Graveyard, just seeking to spot something. Fair's boosted up in the bomb site on the plant boxes, so that's a cool angle to watch it with. But Flush is still just keeping this push distracted.
And as the smoke clears, 40 seconds left. There is the angle there by Cold. He's down in pit. He's been spotted. Olofmeister not going to hit that shot, but he will dunk a nade onto Cold. Dropping him down to 60 HP, so a good nade, but Bolts in the meantime is taking out Flusha. That's at the bottom of Banana, and we can see Crim's rotating back. Cold with an excellent shot onto Olaf. Crim's not going to get the spray onto Fallen, and it's falling apart here for Fnatic. Pronax and JW, the last two alive. They've got the bomb, but they've only got 20 seconds to make something happen in this round. It's either get up onto that site or die trying, and there we go. Perfectly timed there by Bolts. Double spray down for him.
Big triple kill in a much-needed round, but now here's the thing. Luminosity's got to string these together. They've got to be able to build up some bank. They've got to break the economy of Fnatic if they want to be able to come back into this match and close this gap more. But there's been so much money built up by Fnatic, even though they spend a lot of it here. Olaf back on the AWP. I mean, Flusha and Pronax, they drop some weapons over, so their economy goes down. Their bank goes down huge. This is a crucial round for Luminosity.
Yeah, this is very important. This could be, I mean, they will get railroaded if they don't win this round, essentially. Because Fnatic, I mean, if they lose this round, forced by eco territory, and it could get a little bit easier for Luminosity. So we'll see. As again, there's aggression, and this time Fnatic, they do get to the top of Banana. There's a great Molotov. It forces Steel out into the open, and he burns alive. Even with the smoke down, Fnatic don't need to see you to get the job done.
And no rotation out of Luminosity, so it's all on Fallen. He gets the first kill. He's brought down to 7 HP, somehow survives that. If that kill goes the way of Fnatic, that's a lot of problems for Luminosity, but Fallen gets away, drops a Molotov to slow him down, but still, that pressure is going to bring Fair over. And Fnatic's fallen completely out of Banana. They have one member, that's going to be JW, just sitting at the tree watching for this. The bomb's relocating to the other side of the map right now.
One thing that's very good for Fnatic, though, is that Luminosity no longer have any smokes. They only have 2 incendiaries to buy any time with. So as the clock ticks lower, Fnatic should be realizing that they have a little bit more space to work with. And look at this, full rotation out of the B site for Luminosity. And this is just a fake for Fnatic. They were there for a moment with the bomb, but JW hasn't spotted anybody in Banana, and Fallen is going to be locked on the outside of his bomb site.
Yeah, this is the wrong call to have Fallen come back. 7 HP, no utility to work with. And this is where if you're Fallen, you see this hit coming into the B site and you just say, oh crap, there's nothing I can do to stop these guys. He gets some damage out of long range, no kills go his way, and JW doesn't know where he is. So he's peeking into the A site and he gets taken out. There's a gap in the smoke that nobody realized.
Exactly. How do they not realize that's running up there, Fnatic? That's an elementary mistake that we're not used to seeing from them. And now there's a huge advantage here for Luminosity going into this retake. Granted, no utility, but just the sheer press of the numbers. Cold's going to find the headshot onto Crims, and somehow Fnatic, with what seems a free round, they lose control of the situation.
Oh, they lost control horribly. That gap in the smoke, that one mistake, a very rare mistake out of Fnatic. Not only the gap itself, but not realizing it's there. Fallen takes complete advantage. He gets a free kill on a JW, and from there, it's all cleanup for Luminosity.
And that was just so important for Luminosity, keeping 4 players alive as well. Now they just get this big, big boost to their economy. A little bit more room to breathe. Nicely done there by Cold as well, hitting that shot onto Olofmeister. And Cold, yeah, well, I mean, just we kind of expect this level from Cold. He's leading right now, but not by much. Fallen has also been stepping up. But between the two of them, they seem to be doing the majority of the work right now for Luminosity.
Yeah, absolutely. And they're the ones that have to. Those are the 2 big name players on this team. More Banana aggression, and those nades, they destroy Crims. It is an eco run. No armor's picked up. Fair spams one more through the smoke for good measure, and that's the bomb down. They don't realize it quite yet. It's hidden in the smoke. But a 2-man advantage for Luminosity, and getting out of this once again with no members falling would be huge.
Looking really good. Olofmeister trying for some heroics to bring this back. Steel has spotted JW and Banana now, and JW, he didn't show the bomb. He was only peeking without it. No real information, but Fair getting a blindside shot onto Olofmeister is going to work just fine. And that leaves Pronax and JW all on their own here in this eco situation for themselves, just hoping to do a little bit of damage here to Luminosity. JW will do just that, but he loses his teammate at the same time. So it is going to be all on JW, and he is going to look for the fight. There's only a single man pushing down, and Steel attempting the pre-fire, doesn't get it right. And now JW, he has a chance. He had the chance to get up onto the B site, but with Bolts already being in position, Molotov going down, this is going to make JW's life a little bit more tricky. And yep, steps out into the open. He can't really get it done.
It's not for that aim punch. Bolts only had 11 HP. That one bullet could have done so much damage and gotten the plant down. Either way, Luminosity making a really, really good comeback so far in this match. They've still got ways to go. Fnatic on the T side with 7 rounds very, very quickly. That's going to be tough to overcome no matter what this half ends up as. But Luminosity giving themselves a window of opportunity moving forward.
They're slowly clawing their way back into this. But Fnatic now with the full buy, and now we get to see exactly what Pronax wants to make happen here with his team. How are they going to take advantage of this? Again, Luminosity using some gear at the top of Banana, just putting up a little bit of a fight. The HE finds nobody, and the HE in mid just does a little bit of damage to JW. Seems like it's going to be the old Fnatic flash. There it is. Flash right through the mid smoke. Try and put up. Oh, no. Well, shooting your teammate isn't part of the plan.
Oh, JW.
Oh, no, and a completely ineffective pop flash as well. Olofmeister and Crims will bring it back, but then Fallen with the double spray atop Banana. Fnatic, they were putting the pressure on A. They were hoping to get up to top Banana and get onto that B site quick, but Fallen puts a stop to that. No fun allowed.
Yeah, trying to split that site, come up that ramp side, and it just doesn't work out for him. Olaf, there's still a minute left. This is a doable round. He hasn't taken any damage. He's got full nades to work with, and actually, if you look at the map, Luminosity, all three members very split up. If Olaf can find these one-on-ones everywhere they are, I mean, you could see Fair, he's watching CT spawn, but the bomb's down a Banana, and there's only one member who's really watching this. It's Fallen. He's going to be at the pit, and he's going to execute all. A very swift shot. Nicely done from him.
Yeah, that was very clean. Definitely wired in there. And, well, that was a huge round. Fallen with a triple kill in the end. Puts him up on 13 frags. And that's exactly what is needed. Also, just to get some confidence going. You have to have those big plays, those big spray downs. That's what's going to get everybody fired up and ready to go. And yeah, now we get the perspective. Fantastic work there by Fallen, getting up on the car like that and pulling a fast one on Fnatic.
And 4 rounds straight now for Luminosity, so you want to talk about building some confidence. Now they're feeling a little bit better. They have the money to do a lot of different things. It opens up the strat book as well. But still, we saw Fnatic win an eco run earlier in this half, and now they're putting a lot of pressure over towards Banana, but Fallen spraying down 3 more. Huge play from him. The Molotov stops the rest of the Fnatic members from pushing up.
And he nearly gets the quad as well. JW will be able to just sneak his way out of that. And Fur, he has boxed them in, so Bolt's top of CT is going to pick off the one. Doesn't get the double, though. JW finds the headshot, and Cold is going to have to put an end to it. But it was just, again, another solid round from Fallen. Individual plays, sometimes that's exactly what needs to happen.
He's up at 16. 16 kills for him, so he's having a very, very good defensive half. Cold is up at 13 as well. So they've really come alive in this stretch of 5 rounds that Luminosity's won straight.
Really interesting to see that it's Olofmeister being he's being prioritized with the AWP as well over on the T side. When a lot of the focus was put on JW at the beginning, I mean, obviously I think that's going to shift when we get over to that CT side. JW is going to start taking that AWP in hand a little bit more. Not every day that we see Olofmeister actually the one sniping on the offense.
That'll definitely switch over. We have seen it on other maps, but yeah, on Inferno it is kind of curious to see. Fallen, he gets flashed back. Him being aggressive over towards that B bomb site with the op hasn't really worked too well. Meanwhile, at A, Pronax finds an early kill. Fair peeking up into the window.
And then Bolts just decides to put a few bullets through the smoke to see what happens, and he's got a dead JW.
Oh, look at Cold. He very much almost spotted the head, and Fallen, he's going to be still pressured, although Fnatic now, this is one of those situations in the mid-round. They've slowed things down completely. No noise being made across the map. Luminosity, they have no indication of what's happening, and there's a Molotov. Just one flash baits out that Molotov from Fallen. So more utility used, and Fnatic uses this opportunity to shift back over towards the A bomb site, where the defense is in complete rotation. They're switching spots up.
All right, they're actually changing it all up. Cold is going to be looking towards Arch, but that's not where the action's going to be. Fnatic going up into apartments right now. They did get control of it earlier, although they are clearing it. They've got the bomb leading, so Pronax is really committed to this. 35 seconds left, though, on this clock, and it is going to come down to Pronax, and he's just going to go for a YOLO jump off balcony, it looks like. He's got, I mean, Crim's backing him as well, but the man in pit could ruin their day, and that is it. Bolts, 1-for-1 trade, drops the bomb in pit, but then Cold chimes in with the AWP, and now they're going to have to find a way to deal with this, and it looks like smoke him off, get him out of that angle.
Yeah, and that's why we saw the switch from the defense. Put the op at the longer range. Watch that wrap side with it. Bolt gets in pit, but we're down to a 2-on-2 now. Such passive play from Luminosity in the mid-round allowed Fnatic to do basically whatever they want. Just come out of that A-Halls dry.
Now this is when, again, we need a demonstration here from Fnatic of that team play that we saw earlier. First man is going to be crossed there, and Flush is going to spot him. Great timing to peek on Fallen as Fallen goes for the nade. And this is going to be the trade, but then Olofmeister still doesn't really know where he's playing from. Bomb isn't planted for Olofmeister, though, but Steel sticking it, and one bullet does the trick. Olaf steps up, annihilates him, and it's going to be Fnatic coming out ahead on their T side on Inferno. 8 rounds for them. That is a huge performance in the first half here from the Swedes and the defending champions.
Right, and it looked so scary for so long. That 5-round stretch really saved Luminosity. They're still at a huge deficit at the moment, especially with Fnatic going into their CT side. You know, some other teams you might think this is pretty doable, but against Fnatic, I mean, this is going to be a really tough spot for Luminosity. They're going to have to get out to that same start that Fnatic got off to. Win the majority of those first 5 rounds, grab control of the economy, and really punish Fnatic for not having the tools they need to mount a strong defense.
That's exactly it. If they can, I mean, we saw how, well, I think that basically Luminosity, no, please don't, have mercy. When you have when they got those 5 rounds going, it's because they were finally able to actually afford getting the incendiaries, the smokes, the combination plays, because that's why a lot of these teams are avoiding Infernos, because of all these choke points that can be abused with the nades. You're absolutely right by saying, you know, if Luminosity can pick up the pistol, maintain Fnatic's economy low, anything is possible at this point. They could run the rounds back.
Yeah, they're going to have to. And it's all going to be on this pistol round. Fnatic obviously winning the first one, as we can see up on the scoreboard, but
I don't know why I'm doing that. They can't see me, but I'm like imitating the guy in the red sweater at the same time. It's like, yeah.
Just getting really into it.
Oh man, yeah, it's so hype. I'm so glad to be here. Everybody's so happy to be having this event here as well. Everybody we've met from the fans that have turned up at the event so far. It's really been so sick to be here in Cluj-Napoca. So this is it as well, the final major of the year. And Fnatic, I mean, the team right now that's on the server, they're looking for the Triple Crown. They're looking for all 3 majors this year. They are the only team to get back-to-back majors so far.
And winning 3 in a row, you got to think, too, they're the only repeat winner. So, I mean, there's just so many teams that can win all these majors. So to have 3, that's a record that might take a long time to get broken.
Right? Just, I mean,
if ever.
If ever, exactly. That could be something that's just never reproduced. And you'd have the mastermind himself right there, Pronax. I mean, he is actually the only man to have 3 majors under his belt. Well, the only man. I mean, JW and Flusher were in on that party as well when they won Dreamhack Winter 2013. But that, I mean, it's still incredible. The history that we're starting to see just, you know, being written here. But guys, this is it. We're going to get into the second half now. Fnatic now swap over to the defense on the counter-terrorist side. Luminosity on the offense on the T side. Score is 8-7 favoring Fnatic. And Flusha, he's already looking for the headshot in mid. Wants to spot somebody out, but that smoke going down is going to make his life a little bit more difficult here.
Yeah, fast push into these A halls, though. There's 2 members for Fnatic here, Olafmeister and Crims, but actually Luminosity, they don't commit to that. But that smoke up mid, that's the smoke they can't use moving forward. They're going to have to put pressure on JW. He gets blind at the car. Bolt's not moving up there. He's going to jump over, doesn't clear it. JW with a beautiful shot. That's going to allow him to get away as well. Bolts falls early. 5-on-4 now for Fnatic.
That's the kind of shot where you just kind of hunch down in pain. It just looks so brutal. JW was like, get out of here. Banana. Now Cold. He is taking a little bit of damage in mid. Pronax spots the push up arch. He has that smoke to try and buy time, but it's a little bit too late for that. Has to be a little bit careful here. Does not want to get, well, over-peaked or just get overzealous and try and go for the fight. Instead, that's going to be their Olafmeister, who's flanking out of apartments in a second mid. He takes out Steel. He does get caught by Fair, but then this sets it up for Crims now to get this angle. And it's still a man advantage here for Fnatic, but Luminosity, they've actually pulled a fast one. Instead of putting that B over on, well, that bomb over on B, they're actually coming back over to A.
Yeah, but Crims is trying to find some intel over an alternate mid. He hears him coming up mid. He turns around. Cold takes him out, but Flusha still being so sneaky, still up in halls. Is Fur going to be aware of this? And he's not. Execution from Flusha. 1 member in the bomb site who gets the bomb planted. Now 1 in pit as well, but it's a 2-on-3.
And they still have the kit, so they still have time. Well, they had the kit. Fallen just finds Pronax and makes it look easy. 2-on-2 now. Cold, he's down to half HP, but he's playing from the pit. A tough position to deal with, but Flusha finds the high ground, takes advantage of it, and JW will catch Fallen out in the open. Fallen trying to save his teammate, or at least trying to alleviate that pressure. It's not going to work, and they don't even need Pronax's kit. They don't even need JW's kit.
Yeah, that was scary too, because you're right. Pronax has that kit and it falls to all of a sudden, and then that's a tough spot if they're able to delay this retake. But because they had to plant in that position inside of the site, because of the location of the different Fnatic members, they were forced to plant in safe cover because they're at such a disadvantage. And that forced them to get aggressive.
Monster are really happy now after that shot. Really, really happy. All right. Pistols, though, for Luminosity. Coming back into the server. Pistols not having any success in that round means that it is going to have to be a little bit of an eco round here from Luminosity. They're trying to build up the money to get the rifles. Whereas Fnatic, they go for actually a pretty healthy mix. Crims on the P90, not Flusha. That's interesting. Usually Flusha's the one going for that SMG. Olafmeister with the Swag 7, just looking to bring the pain. And Pronax on the MP9, looking to make some money.
With that plan in the pistol round, Luminosity more than likely going to be buying up AK-47s and armor, Galils and armor next round. So they just upgrade the pistols. They don't invest too much in terms of nades or armor in the second round. All that will come on the third. That'll be a critical round. Luminosity going to have to get on the board there. But from here, just putting some pressure on mid, putting pressure in halls, and this has forced the defense back a little bit on Fnatic. But no real committal quite yet from Luminosity.
No, they aren't quite through. They really are trying to suss this out. I mean, they still have plenty of time in this round, a minute left, so they're waiting to see if Fnatic get impatient. But Fnatic, the decision here has been wait, make them sweat, make them run down the clock, and put the pressure on them so that when it comes time, they're going to rush and make mistakes. Flusha holding this angle hard. But Luminosity right now getting gathered up. They really want to try and peek it together, it seems. And there it is. One guy baits out, takes the attention. The other one darts, looking for the headshot, but it's not going to happen. And look at this, Luminosity. They're actually going to go for the B split. They've put 3 guys through CT spawn. It's about to get real interesting over here for Crims, unless he can lock down these kills quickly. And he does. He actually drops the bomb as well. This is worst case scenario for Luminosity. Bolts and Steel, they needed to live. And now Crims has got the perfect gun. And Olafmeister's here as well. He gets the headshot. And now Crims, he's got that